Grant writing 101, let's go. Most beginners, they try to write grants the way that feels intuitive, and then they run out of time and they often don't get the funding. If you want to be winning from your first grant, you got to take a different approach. And it's less intuitive than you might think, especially if you factor in the influence of AI. Let's jump right in to how you can avoid the mistakes that almost everyone else makes. Whether you're a total noob or a career changer, or you're an in-house nonprofit team member, suddenly handed the grant writing responsibility like our organization depends on it, I know that can feel so intimidating. But here's the truth. Grant writing is a learnable skill with repeatable steps. I always say it's like baking a cake. I actually have a YouTube video where I bake a cake and describe it. You don't need a special degree. You need a very simple process and a little coaching on how AI fits into this. So if you've ever wondered, where do I start? This is that starting point. We have trained thousands of new grant writers, teachers, parents, nonprofit staff, social workers, marketers, stay-at-home moms, you name it, burned out professionals. Pivot into something with more meaning and flexibility. And grant writing can be a really cool way to do it. Our community's won over 1.56 billion in grants using the same foundational 7-step method that you're going to be learning today. If you want to go deeper after this video, I've linked up a free class below. It's going to have a lot of attachments that you will find valuable, specifically my budget spreadsheet. Start with the funding strategy, not the writing. Most grant writers, they open up the blank document, they found a grant application they want to write, and they start typing. And that's like building a house without blueprints. A funding strategy, however, is that blueprint. It's what helps you understand, okay, so what grants are there? Which ones are a right fit? Which ones have a good chance of getting? When should I apply? How competitive is it? Is there anything else we need to do to be funding ready? And you can write the most beautiful proposal in the whole world. But if it is not aligned with a funder's priorities, you might as well just throw away your time. And your time, as we all know, is way more precious. What I recommend is that you work with this tool called Instrumental for grant prospecting. They do a lot more than that, but it's a good starting point. I'm gonna link up our free Instrumental startup guide so that you can find 200 plus grants in minutes. Building a narrative skeleton before you start writing. I want you to think of this as the bones of your proposal. Just like you learned in middle school, you want to start with an outline before you start writing top to bottom. A good narrative skeleton includes this. You've got every question that the funder asks. Then if they give you the scoring criteria, which they do in federal grants, you definitely want to slot that in. And then you just want to start bullet pointing how you want to respond. We're not typing out full answers. You're just getting those ideas out in paper. Very messy, very fast. My other kind of secret pro move, I'll just slide in here, is actually writing your application backwards. Start from the bottom and work your way up so that you're working on the stuff that usually has the most point value is towards the end. Collect data and evidence early. You're not the only worthy project on the blog. And that means that persuasiveness matters. And if you want to increase your chance of being successful, you gotta collect really robust meat for why your project matters. Go get that community needs data. Look at your past program results. Prove it to me. Make it compelling about why we should fund you. Get those testimonials and stories, which, sidebar, gathering stories ethically is important so that you're not using people in your applications. I recommend Diana Farias Heinrich. I really hope I said her name right. She is the founder of Equistory and a total sweetheart. She has this framework for how you ethically gather and share impact. I'm going to link up some resources below, but 10 out of 10 recommend. You're also going to want to be gathering your budget numbers. It can take a deceivingly long time to put together a budget and some good demographic data. With this information in hand, you're going to be ready to write swiftly, especially when you're using AI to help assimilate all of this information quickly, which I do talk about all of this in my AI Best Used Grant Writing course. Answer the question directly and in the first sentence. Let's say the grant asks, how will you sustain the program? Your first sentence should be, we will sustain the program by fill in the blank. This one change alone is going to dramatically improve clarity for your reviewers. I can't really emphasize this enough because I know it sounds so simple that you're sort of no duh, but this is literally the number one issue I coach grant writers on when I'm reviewing their narratives. People just don't often answer the question. Don't be that person. Answer it very clearly. Make friends with your budget. It's not as scary as you think. Raise your hand if you just love numbers. Didn't think so. Okay, we came into this work because we like writing, and that is definitively a different side of the brain. But here's my case for why I want you to fall in love with budgets. Your budget is the keystone in an archway, and it holds together the entire application. Those numbers are dictating everything that you're doing inside your grant. It influences the attachments. It's just everywhere. Trust me on this. You want to have a strong budget that's based on real costs, not these really crazy estimates. I'm telling you that A good budget is just as convincing as a great narrative for a reviewer to understand and believe and trust you to be a good steward of their funds. I'm going to link up my budget template. It's in that free grant writing class. It's worth its weight in gold. And I go deeper on how to build a budget. Seriously, I barely got a C in pre-calculus as a senior in college, coached by freshmen to get through the class. Someone that sucks at math. And I have come to love grant budgets, so you can too. Review, revise, and QC. QC stands for quality control. And trust me, you want a second set of eyes, especially when you have been heads down 4 weeks, you're way too immersed in it to think straight. Grant writing is a team sport. Even if you think you're a team of one, you're not. Ask somebody, ideally not in your organization, to review your proposal. So any old Joe Schmo will do, but one of the perks of being in the Grant Writers Collective, that's our program, is that you can make a friend to do this with you. Whether you're swapping grant reviews for each other for free, or you're hiring someone to do that quality check for you. A good quality check includes this. They are reading the guidelines again. You're checking that all attachments are complete. You're verifying your budget and the narrative match up. And of course, good clarity, no typos, that whole thing. Gotta love a human reviewer for this entire enchilada. But another area that you can use an AI bestie to help you is my Ellie the editor. You can train a custom GPT to help review and score your writing and improve it. Ellie the editor, she lives inside my AI besties grant writing course. But if you want to give a taste test, I actually have Winnie the grant writer. Because like I said, I build a whole team of virtual help, and you can actually access her below. She's trained on my book. She's trained on our course material. I think you're going to like her for getting like a taste test of what it's like to have AI help you. Submit early, like really early. I have met so many grant writers that are like weirdly proud of submitting a grant at 11:59 before a midnight deadline, and it just like makes me shudder. Please don't do that. Get your grant submitted early, preferably 2 days early. One time I needed to get a document signed up the chain of command at a really large nonprofit organization that notoriously moves slowly. And I told them, look, the deadline is Friday. That's what everyone thought the deadline was. Really, it was actually Monday, but I was firm on like, nope, we need this information by Friday. So they hustled, they got that final signature, and then I was able to submit the entire proposal with a clear head, not stressed by someone else's delay. Rush submissions can lead to upload failures, missing attachments, typos, and you know how this all goes with funders. There's no grace period. When the deadline hits, deadline hits. I've got a whole lot more battle stories from each of the lessons I just talked about, but you're gonna have to read a copy of my book for all of that. So you can get this at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, wherever. Ask your local bookstore to order it. But How to Write a Grant, Become a Grant Writing Unicorn has all the tea on lessons learned the hard way, so you don't have to do it yourself. I got examples upon examples of people that have taken this zero to hero approach in writing grants, winning thousands and millions of dollars in grants. I'll give you like a couple real quick examples. I am most known for helping people learn not only to write grants, but how to actually make money doing it as well, especially if you're launching a new career. But I don't care how you come into this work. If you're just trying to fund your own creative dreams, or maybe it's part of your job, or maybe you've been just thrown into it and you don't want to wing it anymore. However you come into this work, we have completely redesigned and elevated the Grant Writers Collective experience to serve you. Just to give you a couple examples of what's possible. Take Lee. He was a former pastor turned grant writer. He made $5,000 on his first project and is absolutely killing it now. Amanda, she went from an in-house nonprofit job to a six-figure consulting business, and she won $9 million in grants in a year. I got receipts upon receipts. So go watch that Grant Writing Success Stories playlist if you want to hear from other people directly. The bottom line is you can do this, and I would love to help you win thousands, if not millions. Let's talk about what we learned today so you can summarize it all in your head and take it from here and run. Start with the funding strategy, not writing. Build a narrative skeleton that uses the funder's own structure. Prep your data and stories so that you can be as persuasive as possible. Answer the narrative question directly and clearly. And bonus tip, I'm just gonna slide this one in. You wanna seek sentences with 15 words or less. Can't tell you how many times I'm editing someone's narrative and it's got like 35 words in it. Don't do that. Next, build a budget that matches your story. Quality control, like your funding depends on it, because it does. Check out the next video I've got teed up for you. I think you're going to really enjoy it. See you there.